Hello there everybody, welcome on my channel. My name is Irene and today I am back with a brand new speed build video for you. And today I am building something different, something that I've never done before, because I am building an industrial style house, a very luxurious industrial style house, and I'm building it in the world of Myshuno, the city from The Sims, and I'm building it on this lot at the water side, in some kind of industrial area, I thought, and I thought this lot was very fitting for this build. And I actually never built on just normal lots in Myshuno before. I've only built on the apartment lots and on the penthouse lots. And especially on the penthouse lots, because I really like to do the exterior of houses as well. And with the apartment lots, it's some totally different thing. So I've used this lot for it, and I've had so much fun building this because it was really something different. And I really like to challenge myself and to search for things to build that I've never done before. Of course, I'm uploading 3 videos a week, so I don't know how long it takes before I've literally done every single building style there is. But I didn't do an industrial house, so here it is. And especially the interior of this house has a very industrial style, because the exterior is also very, very modern style. And I think, industrial is always very modern as well. But especially the interior is very industrial. I did put a lot of concrete in the exterior, but I think when you're really building, and of course I'm not an architect of an interior designer or something like that, but I thought when the exterior of a house is also very industrial, it really looks like something like a factory that is just made into something to live in, made into a house to live in. And the outside of this house exterior doesn't look like a factory, but I still put some industrial touches in it. I thought I used a lot of concrete. I used the very pretty brick stone that we've got from the Dine Out pack. It's very cool. It's brown, red. I used some very big wall decoration pipes from the City Living pack. But especially the interior, I really use a lot of concrete and a lot of hard materials. And I think you can see it in later in this video how it turns out, and I'm very curious if you think it is really an industrial interior, or maybe you have some other things that you think that really will fit in an industrial interior and that I've missed in this build. But as you can see, it goes very fast. I'm already almost finished with the shell, with the whole exterior, and I actually built this house twice. Only the exterior though, not the interior. I built it twice because I built it the first time, and I just wasn't happy with it. I don't know what it was. I tried to fit a tree in, as you can see it fits over here, but in my first try it didn't fit in, and I tried to use the terrain tool a lot in the first one, but it just strange. It just looked weird with the terrain tool on this lot, because the surrounding lots, the surrounding things that you can see on the right, it looks like a factory, and on the left I think there's a bar. they're just flat on the ground as well. The terrain tool isn't used over there as well, so it looked just a little bit strange. And then I thought, yeah, maybe I could just adjust everything. But no, I just erased the whole thing and I started again. And yeah, the second try I was way more happier. And yeah, as you can see, I've used the concrete pillars. I've already placed them in. They are from the live edit objects. I also use them in my A-frame villa and I think they are so cool. And I think they're a little bit more fitting for the industrial build, and they are from the base game, so everybody can use them. And just to explain it a little bit again, I've done that before, so maybe you've heard it a couple of times, but I've got some questions about it on Instagram. I actually have an Instagram for TheSimStream as well. It's just called TheSimStream as well, so if you want to follow me there, you can. But I've got some questions about my last build and how I've got certain items. My last build, the last thing that I've done was my $1 million mega mansion, and I've placed a bridge in it, and the bridge was actually from the live edit objects as well. And I've got some questions how I've got that bridge. So here it is. The live edit objects, you can unlock them by typing in Ctrl-Shift-C on your keyboard to unlock the cheat box. Then you will type in bb.show hidden objects, and then you want to type in bb.show live edit objects, and then you get a whole array of extra objects. So that's how it works. And in this build, I didn't really use the live edit objects that much. I used it for a couple of plants in this build, but and mostly for the plants that you can see surrounding this lot that are there, the trees that are there in the world of some Myshuno. And I looked them up and I placed them in because I thought it was more blending in the environment, because this build really sticks out in the environment, because as I was mentioning at the right you can see a factory thing, and there are a lot of like flats at the back. Not flats is like something different, but big apartments, and it stood a little bit out, so I really wanted to use the same trees that you can see surrounding this lot. And as you can see, I was talking at the beginning of this video about that beautiful brick stonework, that brown red color. You can see it right here. It is from the Dine Out pack, and there are actually different swatches, and it's so pretty. I think I really have to use it more in my builds. I will use it a lot in the interior as well, and I think it's very pretty. And as you can see, I've built a basement over there. I thought it was cool. It gave the build a little bit more depth, and in that way this build has actually 5 stories, because you cannot build higher than 4 stories in The Sims, and I've used every single one. And I've also built a basement in it. So it's 5 stories, and in the basement there will be a pool. I thought it was very luxurious to have something like that. So at first when I started with this build, I never thought that there would be so much space in the interior, but there really is. And in this build there will be, as I was mentioning, a pool, a very big bathroom with a very pretty jacuzzi. There will be a living room and a kitchen with a dining room, of course. There will be 2 big bedrooms. There will be 3 bathrooms, so one very big one with a jacuzzi, one smaller one like an ensuite, and one smaller one that is attached to the gym, to the fitness area, because there's a gym in this build as well. And there will be an office in this build, or an area or a room to do your activities. And I've placed a lot of guitars over there because, as I was mentioning, the last build I've done was my mega mansion, my $1 million mega mansion. And I've done the same thing over there as well. And you can see that in the part that is coming next week, in the interior part. But I've used a lot of guitars in that build in the music room as well. And I was actually a little bit amazed by how many guitars we have in the game, and how many swatches. And I thought it was just, it looked cool to have them all on the wall. So this will be in this build as well. And on the left of your screen, you can see there is a garage in this build as well. Because, oh, I forgot to mention them before when I was talking about the live edit objects. But I've put some cars in this build as well. Because, yay, we have cars now in the game with the live edit objects. They're not workable cars or workable, you cannot drive in the cars because yeah, they're purely for decorative purposes. But yeah, now we have them and I really want to put them in. At first when I put this car in, I thought it looked a little bit small, but later on I moved a sim in this house to make the screenshots and the intro and stuff. Yeah, and I placed him besides the car, and yeah, I think it's the right size. But I thought at first it was a little bit small, and I placed actually 2 cars in. You can just saw me do that because I couldn't choose between those 2 cars, so I thought, well, let's put them both in. But yeah, these cars are both from the base game, so yeah, everybody can use them. And yeah, I think it looks just more realistic when you put cars in your game or in your house. And now, not in your house, you don't want a car in your living room, but when you put cars at the side of your house, in your garage, you know what I mean. And now you can see that I'm working on the pool in the basement. And yeah, the basement is really dark, but I've put some windows in to let some lights in, and I wanted to put a lot of plants at the wall. These are actually from the live edit objects as well. Oh, now I'm recording this and see my whole building process back. Yeah, I see I've used a couple of live edit objects, but yeah. And I've created those hanging lamps with the plants in it. I really like that method. I think the lamps with the plants, with the bushes around it, looks very cool. They're not my own idea. They're actually an idea from the licorice. I saw her do it in a video from years ago. But yeah, I thought it just looks very cool. The thing that you want to do is to use a very simple hanging lamp. So I used the light bulb from the laundry day pack, and I used a bush. You can choose which one you want, and I've sized it down and I've raised it up with the 9 key, or actually Control 9, because lately I have some problems with the 9 key raising them up. When I'm pressing in the 9 key, sometimes my whole camera just flips. It's so strange, but when I'm pressing in Control as well, it doesn't happen. So yeah, but yeah, then I raised the plants up with Control 9, just that you cannot see the light bulb anymore, and in that way, yeah, you have a lamp with a bush around it. And yeah, I've done it over in this build as well. And yeah, here I'm building the very big bathroom. There is a sauna in it as well. And yeah, maybe some of you don't have the spa day pack. So if you want to download this build, because I will put it on the gallery so you can download it and put it in your game. But some guys maybe will not have the spa day pack. Yeah, then the sauna will be deleted, but maybe you can play something else over there. But I actually used a lot of the items from the spa day pack in this build. I think they're very pretty and you can really use them for a lot of different building styles. And yeah, I really, if you don't have any packs and you want not a very expensive expansion pack, but you want a smaller pack, and you really like to build a lot in game, yeah, I recommend you to buy the spa day pack, because I think it has a very pretty items, and yeah, very sleek one, very modern ones. So if you like to build modern houses, yeah, it's a very fitting pack. And here I'm on to the living room. I really wanted to use different kinds of gray and black in this build, and yeah, those stones that you can see on the right as well, they were on the exterior as well. I think they really make the exterior look like something different. And yeah, I've used this gray couch. I actually had some trouble with picking the couch, because I went on Pinterest and searched for industrial interior. And I also came across a lot of pictures with very cool, very big suede couches with cognac brown color, and I was looking for it in the game and I just couldn't find it, or not the perfect one. So yeah, I went with this gray color. I'm actually a very big perfectionist, and sometimes it's a blessing, but sometimes it's a downfall as well. Because yeah, I really want to make things perfect, and sometimes it takes me so much time to look for the perfect thing, or the thing where I'm just happy with. But well, I went with this couch and I thought it looked cool as well, and I thought I could incorporate the brown color with these tables. It's actually just one table, one I sized down and I placed under the bigger one to create this effect. And yeah, it's now in a different angle. It's now, you cannot see it right now, but I've used a lamp from the Get Famous pack. I think is very fitting for this industrial build. The same for this hanging lamp, by the way. But yeah, you can see it right now. Yeah, it's you can see it for just 1 second, but you could see it before when I was placing it in. I thought it was very fitting for an industrial build. And here I'm onto the kitchen, and actually this is my favorite part in this build. I really like doing kitchens in the interior of my builds lately. At first I went with this one, with these counters, because I thought I think it's even in the name of them. They're called raw industrial, I think, or raw. Maybe there isn't industrial in it, but I thought it was the most logical way to go. But no, I thought these ones were better. They are from the Island Living pack, and yeah, I actually really like them. I've heard that there are some different opinions about these counters. Some people really don't like them. Some people really love them, like me. I really love them. I think they're in very cool color swatches. I actually really like these just total black ones, but I really like the ones with the white countertop as well. Yeah, and I really like the edges that is overhanging, like the waterfall sides. I think they're called waterfall sides. I really like it, and I thought a very black kitchen was fitting for an industrial interior as well. But I've used different cabinets because there are no cabinets that are fitting with these counters. There are actually things in the shelves section in your menu where you go to services and then to shelves. There are actually some shelf things from the Island Living pack. Yeah, that really are fitting to use in your kitchens above these counters. I've done that in previous builds. And yeah, I really thought these shelves were in the exactly the same swatches as the counters, but no, they weren't. They weren't in just plain black. So yeah, I had to use something different. So I used these, and I thought they were cool as well. The only thing that was a little bit bugging me, that is just a different tone of black. Yeah, there my perfectionist thing comes up again. But yeah, I still thought it was the most fitting way to go. And I'm already onto another room. But yeah, you could just saw me place it in. I've used these very cool paintings with beautiful women on it. They're from the vintage glamour stuff. I think the pack is called like that. And yeah, I just thought they looked very cool. And I've put a lot of paintings in this build. And they're all black and white. I really wanted to go with just one theme with that. And yeah, you just saw me build the smaller bathroom, but it's still very big. Yeah, I can see it right now. I thought it was way smaller, but yeah, it's still very big. And yeah, the sim that is sleeping in the other bedroom can use this bathroom as well. And yeah, this bed is also from the vintage glamour stuff, and it's so strange, right? I would never have imagined that the vintage glamour stuff bed would be fitting for an industrial style. But yeah, I thought it was fitting, and yeah, I really looked through all the beds that we had, and actually I couldn't find a really industrial bed. And actually I'm really hoping for better beds in the game. I didn't have that problem before, but yeah, lately I have troubles to find the perfect bed for my builds, for the interior style I'm going with. But well, I thought this bed was the most fitting for this build, and I've used it in the second bedroom as well. I also placed a wardrobe in, and yeah, to make this build or this interior even more luxurious, I've put in a second television over here and a second area to lounge and to watch movies or something. Thought maybe if you're a sim, you can live here with 4 sims if you want, with 2. But well, if one of the sims wants a little bit of alone time, you can sit over there and watch the television over there. And yeah, here I am creating the office. At first I'm placing this desk in, but I've removed it later because you cannot place a computer over there. It's a writing desk, and yeah, it doesn't work. So I've placed this one in, and it's from the Vintage Glamour Stuff pack as well. And yeah, then I've placed these bookshelves in, and I've sized these shelves up to fit just between the bookshelves to create like a big bookshelf wall. And it's just a little different color of black as well. But I still thought it was the best way, yeah, with all the things that we have in the game. It was the best method to do it. And yeah, here I'm placing all the guitars. I talked about it in the beginning of this video. And yeah, I just think it looks cool. It looks a little bit rock star and a little bit luxurious. And yeah, I really like that skeleton rabbit guitar. I think I never saw it before, but I think it's so cool. It's a little bit strange. It's not very realistic or something, but yeah, I thought it was cool, so I wanted to place it in. And here I'm placing in a little area where you can lounge if the weather is good in San Myshuno. I'm sorry. And yeah, in the summer you can lounge over there and get a little bit tanned. And then I'm already onto the last room. Oh my god, this video is going so fast today. I was planning to really talk along the whole video this time, because in a lot of my previous videos I just talked to the half of the video, the half of the building. But yeah, I really was planning to talk through the whole video this time, and it's so strange because I thought, oh no, that's never going to happen. But now when I'm doing it, it's going so fast, the time is going so fast. But well, I'm on to the last room. Oh yeah, I've changed up these showers. I've put ones in from the Spa Day pack first. No, they were from the Get Famous pack first. These ones were way more industrial looking, I thought. But yeah, here's the gym. I've put a place in where you can do your yoga and yeah, to fitness things. I'm not sure how I want to call them, so I will call them fitness things. And yeah, I'm almost onto the screenshots, just the finishing touches in the corridors, in the hallways. But yeah, I really hope you've liked this video. If you do, maybe you want to give it a reaction or a like or something like that. A comment, that's a good word instead of reaction. And yeah, if you do, as I was mentioning, give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I would really appreciate it. I really like to build all kinds of builds in the game. And yeah, if you want to gather some inspiration for what to build yourself in the game, or yeah, if you just want to see what I'm building in the game, what I'm creating, please subscribe. That would be great. And yeah, I hope you will have a amazing day today, and I hope to talk to you in my next video. So well, goodbye.